Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nice instruction by Rishabdev. Rishabdev was incarnation of God. He was instructing his sons before retirement. So, he is instructing, Ayam Deha, this body, Deho Bhajang Niloke. Deho Bhajang means one who has accepted this material body. Actually, this body has no existence. It is simply a covering. Therefore it is called Maya. Everyone who have got experience that at night we forget this body. We act in a different body in dream. At night we feel there is no existence of this body. And at night, dreaming, we get another body, walking in a different place, creating a different situation, acting in a different body. It is a fact every day, every night we see it like this. And during the daytime, we forget that night body. So, actually we are possessing the gross body and the subtle body. When we act on the subtle body, the gross body is no longer existing. And when we walk in the gross body, the subtle body is not existing. But I am existing. I am existing both in the subtle body and gross body. This day's body is also a dream. But we are so foolish that we do not understand it. Mad, we are mad after. Therefore, this subtle body and gross body and their vanishing at daytime and night time, the cats and dogs cannot understand. But a man, if he has got cool brain, he can understand. What is the sound? Nayang deha deho bhajang niloke kastan kamana rati vidbhujang. This daytime or night time, we work so hard. But what is the aim? Aim is to satisfy sense. Ask these people all over the world, especially in the Western country, they are making so many plans. Yesterday when we were coming by the plane, the whole 2 hours one man was working, making some calculation. So everybody is busy, very, very busy. But if we ask him, why you are working so hard, what is the aim? The aim, he has nothing to say except sense gratification. That's all. He has no more aim. He may think that I have got a big family, I have to maintain them, or I have got so much responsibility. But what is that? That is simply sense gratification. Even we manufacture so many isms, philanthropism, humanitarianism, nationalism, socialism, so many. But what are these isms? That is also sense gratification. I satisfy my senses. I want to see that the senses of my brother, senses of my sister, senses of my friends, or senses of my society people, or my nation, countrymen, they are satisfied. The business is sense gratification. Just like in our country, we got Mahatma Gandhi. So he's supposed to be father of the nation. There are many leaders in different countries. But if we take account of their business, it is sense gratification. That's all. Extended sense gratification. Just like Marx. What is his name? Full name?
Karl Marx.
Karl Marx. He is thinking how the laborer, the worker, their senses will be gratified. That is his philosophy. Is it not?
Yes.
He is thinking that the capitalist, they are satisfying only their senses in luxuriously. Why not the laborers who are actually working? That is his philosophy. The central point is sense gratification. Just try to understand. The whole world is busy in different labels, but the central point is sense gratification. That's all. Is anybody has anything to say against this? Here, present? But here Rishabdev says, Niloke kastana kaman arhate, no arhate. Na ayam deha deho bhajang niloke kastana kaman arhate birbhujang ji. Such kind of hard work, it is done by the dogs and hogs also. So does it mean that we shall have to work? We have got this human form of body and we have to work just like dogs and hogs? Actually they are doing so. Nothing more than that. The dogs and hogs, they are busy all day and night for the same thing. How to eat, how to sleep, how to have sex life, how to depend. The man is also working in the same way, under different level only. Nationalism, socialism, this is and that is. But the action of the dog and hog and the human society, so-called civilized, the point is the same. So Rishabdev says that so the dogs and hogs, they are working so hard for sense gratification, but this human form of body is not meant for that. It is for different purpose. That the modern civilization, they do not know that. Modern man, society, they do not. They simply think that, yes, dog is sleeping on the street. We must have very nice building, very nice apartment, very nice bedstead. That is advancement of civilization. Others say it is primitive. If we remain in the same standard, sleeping anywhere without any furniture, but after all, the subject matter is sleeping. Nothing more than that. Similarly, you take eating also, and mating also. Then, the question will be, then what do you say? The human life is meant for? The answer is, tapo divyanga kajina sattam shuddhe. Human life is meant for tapasya. Tapasya. Tapasya means austerity. Denying this. Denying. The cats and dogs are satisfied as they eat more. They think they are enjoying. Nowadays the human being also, they are using so many appetizer, drinking. We study this in the aeroplane. Before eating, they supply wine, makes the appetite very strong, and then eat so much. Huge quantity. You have marked it? Yes. So that is their enjoyment. But Rishabdev says, or the Shastra says, no, you should not eat at all. That is your purpose. Just see. These animal-like men, they are eating so much, they are enjoying. But your business should be to decrease up to the point of need, no more eating. So are they prepared? No. It is very difficult. But that is the aim. Therefore you will find those who are for spiritual advantage, like Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami belonged to a very rich man's son. His father and uncle were very rich men. 500 years ago, the income was 12 lakhs of rupees per annum. Then 1,100,000 of rupees. I think at the present moment the value has increased 100,000 times. Yes. Within our life we see, in our childhood or boyhood we have seen, rice was selling at 3 rupees, 4 annas, first class rice. My father used to purchase 15 months of rice at a time. And the cost was 3 rupees 4 annas. Just like cumin seeds, so fine. First class rice. Now that first class rice, at least in India, no more available. Because all first class rice is exported. Indian government wants exchange. They want to get machine. So in exchange of machine, they are sending all nice food stuff outside. Even killing the cows, they are sending meat, skin. With Russia they have got agreement. So, the Raghunath Das Goswami's father's income was 100,000 rupees per month. Now, I have heard that sometimes in 1 rupee they are selling 9 months of rice. So anyway, Raghunath Das Goswami, the point is Raghunath Das Goswami was very, very rich man's son, only son, and had very beautiful wife. The father saw that this boy is little restless. He is very much attracted with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. He wants to join. So he'll go away from home. So let him have a very beautiful wife, so that he may not go away. So rich man to get a beautiful wife is not very difficult thing. He got. And a special house, garden house, and with God, so that the sun may not go away. This was the position of Raghunath Das Goswami. So one day Raghunath Das Goswami, at that time he was not Goswami, Raghunath. Raghunath's mother was advising her husband, or Raghunath's father, why don't you settle him? As woman, she was suggesting that better, just like in prison house, they are locked up in iron chain, similarly do for my son, so that he will not be able to go. So the father was replying, you mad old man, don't you see I have given her such a nice wife, Sakul, he is not attached at all. And what this iron Sakul will do? This was Raghunath Das Goswami.
Tava kripa hale mor katha shuda habe shuniha sabara shoka duka je guchi bhe Nachao, 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 Prabhu, nachao se mate. Bhakti Vedanta Nam Ebe Sartha Bhakti Vedanta Nam Ebe Sartha